Hello once more, everyone. Welcome back to the channel back here on YouTube. Doing my Week 8 NFL predictions back here after a crazy Week 7 where I went 4-3 and 4-3 over the last 2 weeks. I improved to 29-20 over the last few weeks during the season here as we get into week number 8. Next week, week 9 is the halfway point. This week and next week, the halfway will be done with half of the season by the end of next Tuesday's video or the following 2 weekends. That being said, in week number 8, we have some fun games to talk about and some interesting games. Teams that are under 500 as well, including the Buccaneers and Packers, which are in today's video, in today's predictions as well. We'll talk about those games coming up. That being said, let's get started with our 2022 NFL predictions for week number 8 of 2022. As I fix the helmets real quick. There we go. Now we got them centered a bit. Center them up a bit. Yeah, I want to center these up a bit. Yeah, first one's first. We have the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady and Lamar Jackson, 2 quarterbacks. Buccaneers have some good players. Tom Brady, 3-4 this year. Baltimore Ravens also not very good as well, but both teams are both under 500 for some reason, or just sitting close to the 500 mark, which is very interesting to see. This matchup in particular, I don't know what I think. I think this game's on Thursday night, though. I kind of like Tampa Bay in this matchup at home under the lights again. Unlike they did when they did a few weeks ago, back when I said Kansas City was going to win on the road in Tampa. I think I said Kansas City was going to win in Tampa. Did I? I'm going to look back at that real quick. I believe I said Kansas City was going to win in Tampa, but I don't remember. It was week 4. I said Tampa Bay was going to win week 4 against Kansas City. So I was wrong on that one all the way back then. With this matchup, yeah, I like Tampa Bay in this matchup at home, playing under the lights. I'm going to pick them again at home in a night game. I kind of like Tom Brady and the Buccaneers where they're headed. I think 3-4 is a little not good to start, but I think the only reason they're 3-4 is because they're having issues. The offensive line has injuries. They're missing their starting center, one of their starting guards. So they're missing quite a bit. I like Tampa Bay, though, in this matchup, and I think they get a win coming up on Thursday night. With that being said, we'll move on to our Sunday schedule with our Sunday best on the table. In Dallas, Cowboys, Dak Prescott, the Bears, Justin Fields going at it on Sunday afternoon. The Bears coming in at 3-4, Cowboys coming in at 5-2. Cowboys looking like they're a pretty good team. Dak Prescott came back on Sunday. They beat the Lions 24-6, if I remember correctly. I kind of like I think the Cowboys are the better team in this matchup. The Bears, Justin Fields and the Bears, they still have some issues against New England last night. Their first win on the road against New England in the Bears team history. They lost 5 straight before last night. And that messed me up because I picked New England to win that game last night. Last week, if you remember. Dallas, I think, is a good team. I think Dallas is much better than the Bears. I think the Bears still need to work on some things. But I'm taking Dallas in this matchup overall. I think Dallas is a much better team, and I think Dallas comes out with a win. Justin Fields and the Bears, I don't know what I think about the Bears going to Dallas. I think a road environment's tough. I think the Bears lose in Dallas. Moving on to the next matchup. In Minnesota, we have the 5-1 Vikings through 6 games. And the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, so the Vikings, after coming off their bye week against Arizona, 5-1, Vikings in first place in the NFC North. Definitely one of the teams that surprises me so far this year is the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, the quarterback for the Vikings, and their whole team is like a whole new team. They beat the Packers already once. They also beat the Bears as well. A little shocking to see that happen. This matchup's, I think, going to be interesting. I think Minnesota coming off the bye week, Arizona coming into town with Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. I think Minnesota has a big chance to improve on something and go out and win a game. I think the Vikings will definitely get back to form After bye week, I think they continue their good run. I think they continue. I think they go to 6-1, get a win. So I'm taking the Vikings in this one. I think the Vikings are just a good team this year. They're a team that surprised me so far. A lot of teams that surprised me, and I'll talk about those teams here shortly because there's quite a bit. So stay tuned. So taking the Vikings. Next matchup. Going to New York for this, the Jets and the New England Patriots. New York Jets at 5-2, and the New England Patriots at 2-5. Yeah, Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones. I think there's a quarterback controversy in New England at this time, or at this hour, on this Tuesday morning. After watching that game last night, and after 3 series, Mac Jones gets pulled. Rookie quarterback Bailey Zappi goes in. I think there's a quarterback controversy in New England at 2-5. I think the Jets at 2-5. I think the Jets at 5-2 and Zach Wilson are pretty good. The Jets did lose. I saw Breece Hall, the rookie running back out of Iowa State's done for the year. So that leaves Michael Carter Jr., their other running back, healthy and alone. They went out and traded for James Robinson last night with a pick. They traded a 5th and a 6th round draft pick to the Jaguars for James Robinson to come in as running back and fill in with injuries to Breece Hall. So I think the Jets, they're 5-2, they're a surprising team. This could be I think the Jets right now, if you ask me at this time right now, before Week 8's matchup coming up on Sunday, I would say that the Jets are a wild card team, possibly. Just depends on what happens when they play the Buffalo Bills a few times, and the Dolphins, who are a pretty good team as well. The AFC East is basically a division in which you have 3 teams that are good and 1 team in New England that's not good this year. And the Jets, to me, look like a team that is ready to win, and they're going to look like a team that's ready to go to playoffs for once. And since Mark Sanchez was there, I think, way back when, about a decade and a half ago, it seems, like 2009 and 10, out of USC. Yeah, but I'm going to say this. I think the Jets win this matchup, though. New England, they have a quarterback controversy, I think, after last night. But I think the Jets pick up a win. I think the Jets go to 6-2. Go to 6-2 this week with a win. Sticking with the home team the first 4 matchups. Won't be the same in the bottom 3 matchups. We're going to find out right now. Starting with our late afternoon game. Well, technically not. I think this is a 12 o'clock kickoff, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Eagles, 6-0. Pittsburgh Steelers and Kenny Pickett coming in at 2-5 as well. And I predicted the Steelers to win against the Dolphins last Tuesday. And I'll tell you this. I picked against the Steelers, I think, once so far. Yeah, I said Pittsburgh was winning against Miami last night. Back on Sunday, and I did say Pittsburgh was going to lose to Tampa, and they won back in Week 6. I picked against Steelers in Week 6 and picked them last week for Week 7. This week, okay, Kenny Pickett. It's the battle for Pennsylvania. Kenny Pickett, rookie quarterback of the Steelers, coming into Philadelphia 6-0. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles pretty good. When are the Eagles going to lose? They're coming off a bye week. It's a team that's not doing so good. Do I have an upset here? I think there might be an upset potentially, but if you play your cards right, if the Steelers play their cards right and play good, they need T.J. Watt, their best defensive player of the year from last year, to come back and healthy. But who knows when that's going to happen at all. But I think the Eagles definitely get a shot at this game. I think the Eagles are just going to put points on the board against the Steelers and put the Steelers away early. So I'm going to take the Steelers in this matchup because the Steelers are way too good to win. The Steelers are way too having issues to win. The Eagles are just way too good to win, and I think the Eagles continue their trend, taking the Eagles to go 6-7-0 in Week 8. With that, it's time to move on to the West Coast Out west in Seattle, the Giants coming in at 6-1, and the Seattle Seahawks coming in at 4-3. The first place Seahawks, that is, the Seahawks up top. The rest of the NFC West is down a bit so far, going into week number 8. Just saying. So if you're an NFL fan, if you're a Seahawks fan, you could think, oh, good, we're good again. Well, Russell Wilson's gone. Geno Smith's quarterback. Russell Wilson's in Denver having a rough year. As a Broncos fan, I can tell you this. It's tough being watching that team. They're 2-5. Kansas City Chiefs, they're the only team that's doing good, and they won going into their bye week coming up in week 8. So no Kansas City Chiefs, no Broncos this week, I don't think. But the Bears have to sit through another Bears game where maybe they can win in Dallas, but I would have picked Dallas to win. But this matchup, I'll tell you this. Giants and Daniel Jones have a good team. They lost their tight end to an injury, facial injury. One of their tight ends, who I don't even know the Giants' tight ends at all. Daniel Bellinger, I think it was his name, he got hurt. So hopefully he comes back at some point this year. Then they lost a rookie, offensive lineman Evan Neal, who MCL sprain. So who knows what's going to happen to the Giants 6-1. I think the Giants are a pretty good team. The Seahawks 4-3 at home. Yeah, I'd say that the Seahawks are a good team, but I think the Giants are way better. Going on the road to West Coast, I think it's going to be hard for the Giants to do, though. But I think the Giants will squeak out a win on the road against the Seahawks and Geno Smith. I think Saquon Barkley gets at least one touchdown. Daniel Jones is going to find a few touchdown passes to throw to. A few receivers to throw touchdown passes to. I think the Giants are too good. I think the Seahawks 4-3. A little surprising, a 4-3 team's in first place, but I disagree. I think the Giants get the win coming up this week. With that being said, moving on to our game on Sunday night in Buffalo between the Bills, who come in at 5-1 going into week 8, and the Green Bay Packers coming into week 8 at 3-4. With Aaron Rodgers against Aaron Rodgers, the Packers lost to Washington Commanders 23-20 on Sunday. I personally have a feeling that I'm not sure how long it's take for Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady to come back. I said Tom Brady was going to go win against Baltimore this week, go be 4-4 at the end of the week. But for Aaron Rodgers against the Bills, where Aaron Rodgers and the Packers have some ground to make up. They have the Vikings still one more time this year. That's the Bears another time. They have the Lions twice still. But I'm going into this week thinking, okay, Bills 5-1. I'm coming off a bye week. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, his receivers just have not connected a lot this year. But I think the Bills, Josh Allen, is going to show off why he and the Bills are the best team in the NFL and why I think they win the Super Bowl this year. I predicted the Bills way back when at the beginning of the season. Said they're going to win the Super Bowl this year, win Super Bowl 57 in Phoenix, Arizona. I really think the Bills are the team to beat this year in the AFC. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl still, and I think they're going to show off against Aaron Rodgers. I think Rodgers and the Packers have issues this week in Week 8 on the road in Buffalo. I think the Bills get the win, hands down. Go with the Bills to win this year week against the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. Sorry, that would mean the Packers lose. If they lose this week, it means they lose like 4 straight or 3 or 4 straight if they lose this week. So, taking Josh Allen and the Bills. With that being said, it's time to go over a recap of who we're picking for Week 8. Starting on Thursday night with the Buccaneers, Tampa Bay, and Baltimore Ravens for Lamar Jackson versus Tom Brady. I'm taking Tom Brady and the Buccaneers in this matchup. After that, we're going to Sunday to Dallas with the Bears and Cowboys. Dak Prescott and Justin Fields against each other. I'm taking the Cowboys in that matchup. In Minneapolis and Minnesota, you have Kirk Cousins and the Vikings against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. I like the Vikings in this one. Arizona, Kyler Murray. I don't know what's going on with the Cardinals this year. I think the Cardinals are a good team, but Kyler Murray is a good team, but I don't think the coach is the right head coach to have. I'm taking the Vikings in that matchup. New York with the Jets and Patriots between whoever the Patriots are quarterback and Zach Wilson for the Jets. I'm taking Zach Wilson for the Jets. I think the Jets are a really good team this year. And I like the Jets at 5-2. I think the Jets go to 6-2 this week. Moving on to the game where we have the last remaining unbeaten team, the Eagles 6-0 against the Pittsburgh Steelers and Kenny Pickett, who are 2-5 at the moment. I like the Eagles and Jalen Hurts against Kenny Pickett and the Steelers. The Eagles are just a good team, I think. They're going to win this game. They go 7-0, I think. Then in Seattle, the surprising Seattle Seahawks are 4-3 against the Giants, who are 6-1. I'm taking Deion Jones and the Giants against the Seahawks, who are 4-3. Giants get the win on the road, barely, I think. And then on Sunday night with the Bills and Packers, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, taking the Bills. I predicted they're going to win the Super Bowl way back when. I think that's still the truth of the story. So I'm taking the Bills on Sunday Night Football against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Packers lose their third and fourth straight. I think they're currently sitting at 3, but I'm not sure. Could be sitting at 2. So they're going to lose, I think, for another game. So that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed it. And also, please comment below who your favorite team is playing, if you think they're going to win. And also, comment below and tell me who you have after this week. Next week, going to week 9. After, comment below also your mid-season top 5 teams. I'll tell you that next week in week 9 for the week 9. I'll tell you that for week 9, before week 9 or before week 10 in 2 weeks. So we have 2 weeks. Assignment for 2 weeks from now. Give me your top 5 teams for the mid-season. With that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to watch, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends to do the same if they're not done so yet already. And please also hit that notification button so you know when I upload a new video. With that being said, have a nice day. Stay safe. With that being said, I hope everyone enjoys. I'll see you later. See you back here next week for week number 9. Hopefully the record improves from 29-20. Hopefully getting 5 wins this week. But with that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll see you next week on the channel back here. Stay tuned, stay safe, peace out, goodbye, and bye for now, everyone. Bye.